Hi, welcome back. I'm Alaina. By the end of this video, I'll show you how to raise your prices without losing customers and how to really get paid what you're worth. So stay tuned. First, I'll cover this one reframe that will help ditch the fear of losing clients and customers. Next, I'll reveal the blocks that are stopping you from owning your value. Then I'll show you how to clear the objections that are getting in the way of your success. By the end of this video, you'll know how to start charging more for both your existing and your new customers and clients. So let's dive right in. Now, I mentioned that there was one reframe that was really important to make. So many clients that I have are so concerned that when they raise their prices, they're going to lose their existing clients. And the truth is, you may lose some existing clients. But here's the thing. Let's say, for example, and I'm going to give you a real life example. I have a client that I just helped go from charging $25,000 a year to charging $75,000 a year. Now, there were a couple of stragglers in between. Like, actually, within a month, she went from that price point, right? That's a huge leap to make in price point. And the first client, when she raised her price, she charged $35,000. And she actually even had a few clients say no at the $35,000 price point. And she was thinking, how could I go to $75,000 if people aren't even willing to pay me $35,000? And what I helped her do was own her value, which we're going to talk about next. And in the process of owning her value, she was able to make that quantum leap and get clients lining up to pay her $75,000. Now, there will be some of those clients that won't pay her that much money, but that's okay, because they're making space for next level clients who are willing to pay that much money. And I can tell you, I help every one of my clients raise their prices. They typically double or triple their prices, and they get far easier. It sounds counterintuitive. How can I charge more and get clients easier? But they get clients easier because now they're owning their value, they're owning their worth, they're owning the value of their offering, and now they're focused on next level clients, and those next level clients say yes with ease. So obviously this only applies to service-based business owners, but the key is to own your value, as I was just speaking about. Now, there's obviously clearing the limiting beliefs and blocks that are keeping you from owning your value is the fastest and shortest path to really owning your value, but there's other ways to do that too. And this particular client that I was mentioning, who went from $25,000 to $75,000, one of the ways that we did that is I really had her live into the results that she gets her clients. Now, when she started living into the results she got her clients, she started to understand, holy cow, and I'm talking about value. Right? I'm talking about the value they got as a result of working with you. And when you start looking at the value your customers and clients have gotten as a result of working with you, you will realize it is far greater than what you're charging right now. Unless you've recently raised your prices, it is far greater than what you're charging right now. And it allows you to own, holy cow, these are the results. Like, I can tell you, I help my clients double, triple their income and work 20 to 30 hours a week less. Like, what is that worth? Like, imagine being able to double and triple your income and learning how to do that basically every year. What is that gonna, like, if you put a dollar amount in that, like, they're not paying me enough based on the dollar value of the value for them. What is it worth to have your life back? I literally have had a client, Brenda, recently leave me a testimonial video and say, I finally got my life back, because she was working all the time and constantly burnt out. What is that worth? It allows me to stand in my price point and own it because I see the results, the miraculous results that my clients are getting. So stand in your results. Now, I love helping people own their value and clear out the blocks and limitations that are keeping them from owning their value. And I put out a lot of great content out there that will help you do just that. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can stay up to date on the latest content. One of the things that is absolutely key is I am sure that there are probably similar objections that you're getting from your clients and customers. And part of the reason you're getting those objections is because you haven't cleared your own objections out of the way. So if you were to focus on yourself almost as a client, what do you believe all the objections are that would come up around your program, around your offering, and clear them for yourself? Once you clear those objections for yourself and you start owning the value of your offering. So at first I talked about you owning your own value, and now I'm talking about the value of your offering. Once you are able to own the value of your offering and clear all of those objections for yourself, you will receive far less objections from potential clients and customers. Now, obviously for new clients, or maybe it's not so obvious, but once you decide to raise your prices, start doing it for new clients and customers right now. You can start with that price point as soon as you feel confident. I'm going to give you another little tip. So let's say, for example, when you're doing a sales conversation, one of the keys is for your energy not to shift when you're delivering the investment. It is an investment for them to work with you. This isn't the price of your program or product. It's an investment, but it has to roll off your tongue. And so let's say, for example, you are going from charging $10,000 to $30,000. I have my clients walk around and go, the investment to work with me is $30,000. The investment to work with me is $30,000. The investment to work with me is $30,000. And you keep saying it till it rolls off your tongue. I make some large offers to people, and people say to me, how do you do that? And I was like, A, I own my value, B, I own my offer, but C, I should say, I've practiced enough times that it rolls right off my tongue. So whenever I raise my prices, I do this little tip to help make sure that there's no fluctuation in my energy when I am delivering that investment. However, I was talking about changing your prices for new customers starting right now. But for existing customers, if you're in a contract with them, you can't do that. You have to honor the contract. You can let them know, depending on where they are in the contract. If they just started, obviously it's not the time, but you can let them know, depending on where they are in the contract, hey, by the way, I just want to let you know, I just have recently raised my prices. We're in a contract, I'm going to honor this price, but for us to continue to work together, this is the price that will be going forward. Now, some of my clients do a halfway point to their new price. Some of my clients just jump right in for their existing clients. The key is to remind them of the results they've gotten and let them know how much further they can go by continuing to work together. Again, you're showing them the value. When you remind them of all of the results they've gotten from working with you, when you get to the end of the contract, this is not in the middle of it, but when you get to the end of that contract and you're ready to renew with them, or shortly before the end of that contract, you remind them of the value they've gotten from working with you so far. And then you talk about the plan that you have, the value that they will get from continuing to work with you going forward. And again, if you own that, they will as well. And to be honest, if they don't, they are freeing up space for people who will readily and happily pay you and invest to work with you. Are you ready to achieve the abundance and success in your business that you desire and deserve? It is all in the mindset. In this video, how to transform your mindset to achieve huge success, I'm going to be teaching you exactly how to do that. So make sure you watch that next. Thanks, I'm Alaina, and I'll see you on the next video.